education summit for stakeholders in that sector. And they've come together to fill their pulse, realizing what the problem is, and the government have already reacted to all these problems. And I know we are improving on the education sector too. The superb chairman was here. I think by his record, we are close to 300 classroom innovations across the state. Now, that has created a better enabled environment for our students and the teachers. A lot of trainings have been going on for our teachers in both primary, secondary school and tertiary institutions. So we are increasingly moving positively in that sector.
Well, talking about the education sector, which is very key, because when your future, which is our kids, are educated, then Osun State as a state will move forward. Talking about the recruitment of teachers, you've talked about renovations of school and building of new structures, especially in some of these primary and secondary school. But what about the recruitment of the teachers?
Yeah, recently you can say we started the recruitment process for teachers. The government have given approval to recruit 5,000 teachers in Osun State across board. And the process is still on. I think 80 to 85% almost done. And by the time after next week is our second year anniversary in government. I think immediately after the anniversary, the recruitment list, because we have to be very thorough about it. The government is not joking with the education sector, and we are trying to make the best emerge and recruited for the teaching services in Osun State. So that's why we are not rushing. We are taking our time to make sure we get the best for our students.
Looking at the anniversary you just mentioned, I was about to ask you, but you just mentioned it. Looking at the anniversary that's just coming in some few days' time, how you assess this administration in 2 years?
Well, so far so good. To the glory of God, the government has performed excellently. I can tell you there's no sector across the state that have not been touched by the government. As you can see around us, I just highlighted some of our achievements with the health, the education, infrastructure. Look at Osogbo. Osogbo is becoming the capital of our dream, the real capital of our dream. The government is turning the state capital around, and as well doing that, spreading that across the states as well. Osogbo now, you get to Kefia, you'll see a very good flyover construction going on that hopefully very soon will be commissioned by the government, because the project is approaching 80% completion. The same thing as Adeleke, the same thing Osogbo Ikene Road, the same thing on Onababono, that is of Kebale here. And we are not leaving the broadcasting corporation out of it too. Recently you can see that the governor purchased digital
studio
equipment for OSBC here, running to billions of naira, and that have enhanced productions from our broadcasting. So all sectors have been touched, and I can tell you the government have done excellently well in the past 2 years.
Yeah, you've done excellently well, no doubt about it, but we're still waiting for the TV studio to come back on live, just like the governor has promised that he's going to do something on it as well.
Process we've done for the radio. I can assure you very soon the TV will be in touch.
All right, let's look at your ministry, what you do. How do you synergize? Because it's a very sensitive portfolio that you are handling. If that portfolio or that ministry goes wrong, the whole political infrastructure of PDP in Osun State goes wrong. So how do you synergize with all other ministries to make sure that things work out the way the governor really wants to?
Politics is about carrying people along, stakeholders in our community. In our ministry, we make sure all stakeholders are being carried along in the process of government. And that is why we can see the progress we are seeing today. We are not majorly particular only about the ruling party, which is PDP. The ministry is in touch with IPAC, which is the association of all other political parties. And we are carrying them along in the policy of the program of the government. We are making them relevant and in the part and parcel of the government. And that is why we are seeing the progress recorded today. We are not being selfish in government. We are open to all advices by the stakeholders, and we are carrying along our traditional institutions as well in the policy of the government. I can tell you the ministry have done well in stabilizing and carrying people along in governance in Osun State. So we're doing very well, and we'll continue doing that under the leadership of our commissioner, Honorable B. Adeleke.
All right, let's look at the chairmanship local government election that will be coming up very, very soon.
Come February, because of the new electoral act, the 365 days notice that has been given since February this year, which election is to come up February next year, the next 3 months. We have all the political parties, I think around 18 of them, ready to participate, including the major opposition in the state, the APC. They have also signified interest, and they are all going to the poll. And we believe the poll will be peaceful, and we will allow everybody to cast their vote. And the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission have come out. There's a plain ground, playing field for all political parties that have put forward candidates for the election. So there's no big deal. Run elections separately in the state, and I know the one of February 2025 will also be a peaceful and a successful one. God bless.
All right, still talking about, I just have to draw you back a little bit because the celebration of the state is so important and so germane, and I know you are actively involved, and that's why I'm asking you what are the things that should be expected to this anniversary?
Yeah, we'll be showcasing the scorecard of the administration of Senator Asiwaju Jackson Adeleke in the past 2 years. Each the ministry under the government will come up with the achievements so far, and don't rush. It's just next week. You will be part of the program, and I can assure you it will be a very colorful celebration. The best so far since the inception of the state.
No problem. You say I shouldn't rush. I wouldn't rush anyway. I'll wait till next week is just by the corner, and we hope that we see a colorful anniversary. I know we all trust the governor, Governor Adeleke, for all the things that he has been doing. He's been doing perfectly well, especially in Osun State at the moment, and a lot of people have seen, especially the infrastructure that he has done so far. I think one thing about the governor is that it's not, some would say some governors will only concentrate on their own town, but I think it's doing it more to even the center than to his town.
Governor Adeleke is a man of the people, a man of the state. He has structure across the Osun State. We are all these people across all the local government, and he has been doing that, at least exercising that, both in infrastructure and development across the whole state. It's not about concentrating on his town. He has concentrated. He's the governor of the state, and he's concentrating on the state.
That's fantastic. All right, I won't let you go if I don't ask you this. This latest statement made by the APC chairman, talking about Umar Ganduje, that said that They're coming to Osun to take Osun in 2026.
Let me be frank with you. Dr. Adeleke has made an undemocratic statement. But having said that, I would like to clarify some and make our people comfortable more on this statement. Is this personal opinion as the national chairman of the opposition party, because the opposition in our own state here, they may be at the center, but in Osun State, the APC is the opposition party. Dr. Abdullahi Gandude was a two-term governor in Kano State. When he was to leave office, he tried all he could to at least install a successor. The people of Kano State to resist him and his successor. And I can tell you today, another party is ruling for in his state. The Yorubas will say, "It's about that ruling." That is like we are Yorubas there, and we know what we have been more educated. And I can tell you, I'm addressing the Osun electorate that there is no cause for any fear. In our state here, we understand politics, and we have we understand that the issue of federal might is just a cosmetic way of discouraging electorates that their vote won't count. In Osun State, I can assure you, our people will vote right, they vote their conscience, and their vote will count. So the issue of another guided and democratic statement that we are taken over by force of it is not our, it's not thing to fear about in Osun State. I can tell you, in Osun State, we defeated power of incumbency, we defeated federal might in the elections in this state. The election that brought in Senator Adeleke in 2022, there was federal, the APC was in federal. Lagi Yotola is a member of the APC party, and still some people voted for who they want. We defeated the federal might and we defeated the incumbency. Also in 2014, while Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was the president, the PDP candidate then Senator Yola Omishori, and we were all at the federal center. They brought all the federal might to Osun State, but still the Osun people voted on Benny Alfa for a second time against the wish of the PDP government at the federal. So in Osun State, we have histories of defeating whatever might you think you have at the federal center. And I can tell you, come 2026, our governorship election, Osun people will still vote right. Come February 22, 2025, the local government election, Osun people will vote right. And I can tell you, the PDP will come out victorious the same way we will come out. The government is doing fine. It's being loved by our people. And I can tell you, even presently, PDP is the only party that is stable. We have our candidate, all our stakeholders have supported the governor, Senator Adeleke, to run for a second term in 2026. There's no other political party with such that can say such boldly.
I was about to ask you that because I was wondering what kind of strategy your office is using to bring about party unity, because it's very key. If you look at the other party, the opposition party that you're talking about, they have like two fractions or probably three. And PDP has always been just one family since. So what strategies, what plans, how are you doing it to make it one family?
Everybody is important in our party and we are carrying them along. Once we carry people along, we give them sense of belonging. They are not being autocratic and making decisions. People will respect and will work in unity. That's the secret of our unity. We are carrying people along and we are making open decisions. And that's what has been moving us forward in unity.
All right. It's just a few minutes before we call it a day on the show. But,
I will say this, I want to chip something in.
All right.
I can tell you, our party chairman of the Sunday BC has been a man of Osun State. He is a member of party since of PDP since 1998, one of the founding fathers of the party in Osun State and in Nigeria. So you understand
The dynamics.
Car space and dynamics. And he has been using his experience to hold us together as a party. I can tell you that's why we don't have any passion in the PDP, and nobody's struggling with anybody. And as you can see, the governor is performing very well. Nobody changed the winning horse. Winning for the horse, and we keep winning for the PDP in Osun State.
All right, just like you said, it's winning. It's a winning horse, winning PDP, and it's going to win the state again. But there's no ministry without challenges and difficulties. Or what has been your challenge or challenges so far since this administration has been in the board?
I don't want to say challenges. I will just say we are facing some little distraction from the opposition.
All right.
When it comes to the activities aspect, though we are open for very reasonable critics, not reasonable and organic ones. So they've been distracting us a little way, such as the kind of statement made by the national chairman, something of such, and using that as an instance of distraction by the opposition. But I can tell you, they're not deterred. The governor is focused, and whatever critics coming from the opposition is not to affect our government.
Before I let you go, just like I said the other time, I don't know whether I'll let you go on the show or not. But let's talk about the Imole poll. Yes. A lot of people are like saying, when are we going to see the manifestation of
Imole poll will soon. In fact, it's one of you want to push me to say it, but I can tell you, maybe until during our second year's anniversary, the Commissioner for Youth Affairs, Honorable Moshood Olatunju, and his committee members have been working on shortlisting 10,000 youths to benefit from the youth call. And I can tell you, by the time it's been on film, our youth will have better engagement and engagement and our environment. I can tell you too, the governor is a youth-friendly governor. You look at the cabinet, the majority of the cabinet member are youth. You look at our legislative, the House of Assembly, I can tell you we have youth. 90% of them are youth, which it has reflected. And even during the primaries of the party, most of our candidates are facing the election in February 22 for our local government and councillorship election are all youths. Most of them, I can tell you, 85 to 90% are youths across the board. So the government is youth-friendly, the party is also youth-friendly.
All right, finally, and this is final, I must tell you, I won't ask most questions again. Final, how about agriculture in Osun State? How has it been? Because if you look at Nigeria at the moment, you see a lot of cries about no food, the expenses.
Our governor has always been an ambassador of diversification of our economy, mostly through agriculture. You can see the governor just take the first set of tractors being purchased by this administration. You know, agriculture is a seasonal thing. The season will soon come. We have bags of fertilizers and farm implementations being purchased already in the kitty of the government. We just open you can see the jubilation when the tractors arrive at Osun State. Our people are very happy because the government have give the Ministry of Agriculture a task to go and open up all our farm centers in Osun State and allocate lands to encourage our youth, and with the new tractors being purchased and the farm implements being purchased by the state government with the fertilizer, more of our people will be encouraged to farm. I'm also encouraged, and I know I will be a farmer by necessity.
All right, just like you said, you're going to be a farmer. I want to be a farmer as well. Farming is good anyway. And It's one of the things that at least the civil servants can do, even when they are doing this kind of job. All right, that's how far we can go on today's edition of Sands of Time. We've been talking with the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Political Matters, and Otumba Tunde Badmos. He's been giving us some of the things that this administration has been doing so far in the last 2 years, and was able to unveil one of the hundreds that they will unveil when the anniversary will come on board next week. I want to say a big thank you once again for being part of Sands of Time. All right, join me at the same time next week when I bring another interesting personality. My name is David Ojo. I'll say bye for now. Sound of Time, an inspirational program that captures insightful contributions of a guest personality within professional fields and politics to motivate the youth. Sound of Time also peeps into footprints of captains of industries who have made their marks in their chosen profession. Join David Ojo every Tuesday morning between 10 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. on OSBC TV channel 32, Star Times on 113, and Free TV. You can also join in our various social media platforms